Food cravings might be powerful, but indulging too much can have a long-term impact on your overall health. But there are some healthy food swaps in the kitchen that won't feel like too much of a sacrifice. Nurse practitioner Dr. Kimberly Bertucci from Crescent City Physicians and Turo Infirmary is here with more. You know, it's sort of like tricking yourself, isn't it?
Right, right.
For instance, if you're looking for something salty,
right.
What are some options instead of just going to grab a bag of chips?
Right, so a bag of chips contains a lot of saturated fat and sodium that we want to try and avoid. So some healthier options are unsalted nuts and seeds. They contain fiber and nutrients that actually help with your cardiovascular health.
So maybe eating the unsalted nuts, your brain's saying you're eating nuts, so...
Right, it calms that craving, hopefully.
Air pop popcorn instead of the microwave kind?
Right, because the microwave kind tends to have a lot of sodium in it, as well as butter and things that we want to try and avoid.
All right, so if you're craving something really sweet and you don't want to get a big old cinnamon roll and eat it, what should we do?
So dark chocolate, eaten in moderation, has actually been shown to reduce your risk of heart attack and stroke. So, you know, a couple of days a week, you can indulge in a little bit of dark chocolate.
And when she says a little bit, she means like a square of dark chocolate, which will do nothing for me. But, you know, one every other day.
Right. Look forward to it.
All right. So when it comes to white rice, you know, people in Louisiana, we love white rice with gumbo, white rice with,
right.
So
unfortunately, white rice during the processing, it's stripped of a lot of its nutrients, iron, fiber. So we want to try and avoid that. And substituting things like brown rice, quinoa, and now they have all those different options like cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles. Those are great alternatives.
Now baking also, you say that there are a lot of alternatives for baking, and like my thing is, how do you know how much stuff to put in that? But explain some options for baking.
Right, so you can substitute things like oil, you can substitute bananas or applesauce for things like oil, butter, and sugar. And there's lots of great websites, including Pinterest sites, that'll give you those ratios.
All right, what about noodles, spaghetti noodles and stuff? Always go with the whole wheat,
right,
the whole grain?
Again, they just have little nutritional value and can actually increase your chances of diabetes and obesity. So always go for that whole grain, whole wheat option, or like I said, the vegetable noodles are a good, tasty option.
And does it have to be 100% whole wheat is best?
It should, yes. That is usually best.
What are some of the things that when you talk to people, what are the misconceptions maybe that they see about food and what's good for them and bad for them? Sometimes they gorge on stuff that they think is good for them and it's not. Right.
So, you know, it's a lot of times there's sodium is hidden in a lot of things you would never expect. Bread has a lot of sodium in it. Canned food has a lot of sodium. So you really got to watch those labels, read those labels for the nutritional value.
High blood pressure and you're like, where'd that come from?
Right. It really is directly related to your diet, sodium intake, all of that.
Nurse practitioner Kimberly Bertucci, thank you for all the tips.
Thank you.
And then Pinterest might have how much to put in your brownies.
Right.
Shelby
so
Latino. So just substitute the oil for applesauce or bananas, she says, when you're making baked goods.
Yeah, I've seen some of those recipes on Pinterest. I love it. If you want to follow me on Pinterest, I'm on there. Maybe we can share some recipes back and forth.